track me in 3, 2, level 0. Nice. Okay, let's talk what you do now. At Fun Burger, the burger master can make hamburgers at a rate of 4 burgers per minute. That's pretty fast. But in order to address the heavy volume of customers, he needs to continue this rate for 30 minutes. Now, if he continues to make burgers at this pace, how many burgers will he make in 30 minutes? Nathaniel, what's my first step? Now look.
She didn't get candy.
Oh, that's okay. I'll make it happen. Now look at the board, because I have written the steps on the board. What's the first thing we need to do for every problem, Juanita?
So,
I asked Juanita. Yeah. Juanita, what is it? I need to write what I know, right? And in this problem, I know a ratio. What's the ratio? 4 to 1. And that's what? 4 burgers, 1 minute. What else do I know, Hillary?
The burger master has to
continue, yeah.
He has to continue making burgers for the next 30 minutes.
He's got 30 minutes to keep on making those burgers at this pace, right? So I'm going to write how many burgers in 30 minutes. Okay, so we wrote what we knew and we labeled it. Now, we need to count the questions. So in every problem, there's a certain number of questions. In this problem, there's how many questions we have to answer? Just 1. On tests and on homework, is it pretty often that you have to answer more than 1 part? Yes. So what we do is after we've written down what we know, we go back and reread the question and we count how many steps we have to do, right? So this one just has 1, so I circled and written a 1. So I know at the end, as long as I have an answer there, I've done what the problem needs me to do. So we've counted the questions. Let's solve it. What do I do to solve this question, Isaac Lopez? Yeah, you know it.
4 times 30.
Yep. Because I'm moving from minutes to minutes here, I can say, how are these two numbers related? Well, 1 times 30 is 30. And whatever we do on one side, we do to the other side because we have to keep the ratio equivalent. So the C value, this constant that you multiply by, has to be the same. So 4 times 30 is what?
120.
Okay, so our answer is 120 what? Burgers. And then our last step is to box the answer. Because I am having some trouble grading homework and exit tickets, I can't tell what you want your answer to be, right? There's a lot of like messy circling, and I don't know if that's a 0 or if you want some, I can't tell. So box your answer neatly. Abram? You circled your answers? Let's try to box them from now on, okay? Go ahead and norm that. Yes. Go ahead, Isabella. You can go after Isabella. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Number 2 says, Chandra is an editor at the New York Gazette. Her job is to read each article before it is printed in the newspaper. If Chandra can read 10 words per second, how many words can she read in 60 seconds? So the first step is what, Arlene? Write what you know. What do we know now? Yeah, we know this ratio, 10 words in 1 second, right? And we know that because words per second means words in 1 second. Good. So what else do we know? We know the question's asking what, Hillary?
How many words can she read in 60 seconds?
Good. She's got 60 seconds to read, so how many words can she read in that amount of time? And now it's pretty easy to solve, right? The third step, solve. What do I do, Nathaniel?
You multiply 10 times 60.
Right, because we can match up our values as long as they're describing the same thing. So seconds and seconds, how are these related? Well, 1 times 60 is 60. So we do the same on the other side because the C value has to stay the same for our ratios to be equivalent. Why did I write 5? I have no idea. Okay, and what is 10 times 60? So our one question, what's the answer?
600 words.
Words. Thank you for including that. Words. That's important because we're not asking for seconds, we're asking for words. And then we box our answer. Okay. Number 3 says, to train for an upcoming marathon, Alvin runs 9 miles a day. Okay, if he runs 9 miles every day for 30 days, how many miles does he run? What do we know? We have to write down what we know. What do we know, Alexa?
He runs 9 miles in 1 day.
Right, the ratio is 9 to 1, or he runs 9 miles in a day. What else do we know, Aisha?
He wants to know how much that if he wants to know how many miles he would run in 30 days.
Yeah, he's going to run for 30 days, and we need to know how many miles. And how many questions does this problem ask us to answer? Nathaniel?
Only uno.
Just one. Solamente uno. Now, how do I answer this question? Juanita?
You multiply 1 to 30,
Right, days to days, right? I can match up these two values because they're both days.
and then you do 9 to a day,
Mm-hmm.
multiply by 30.
Yeah, whatever I did on this side, how did I relate 1 and 30? Well, 1 times 30 is 30. So the C value has to stay the same. And what's 9 times 30?
270.
Yes, if you want to do that in your head and not write it out. First of all, there's nothing wrong with writing it out, right? But if you want to do that in your head, you can think about it this way. 3 times 9 is 27. Add your 0. Okay? Now, it's 270. 270 what? Miles. Don't forget to label your answer. And then box it. Number 4, a library just hired Brittany to write reviews on different books. The job requires that she read 3 books per week. If Brittany reads at this pace for 12 weeks, how many books will she read? What do I know, Braulio? The ratio is 3 to 1, and that's books to weeks. So we need to label it. What else do I know? Unique? How long is he going to read at this pace? 12 what? 12 weeks. And we want to know how many books, right? How many questions? How many questions? 1. Okay, how do I solve it, Coral?
3 times 12.
3 times 12. Because we match up our like numbers, weeks and weeks. How can we relate 1 and 12? Well, 1 times 12 is 12. Got to do the same thing on the other side. And 3 times 12, yes, is 36. So our answer is 36 what?
Books.
Books. Okay, let's move on to number 5. Number 5 says, notebooks are on sale for 4 notebooks for $1. Mrs. Day wants to buy notebooks for her students, but she only has 12 notebooks to spend. Sorry, 12 notebooks to spend. I wish I could buy things in notebooks. We have a lot of those. Okay, she's got $12. She can buy 4 for $1. How many notebooks can she buy? We need to write what we know. Hillary, what do we know?
4 notebooks, $1.
Notebooks to dollars, the ratio is 4 to 1. Yes, ma'am? Next part? Tell me what else you know, Hillary. Nathaniel? What was that? Go ahead.
She only has $12 to
She's only got $12. So where does the 12 go? On the left or on the right?
the right.
Why?
Because it's money.
Mm-hmm. Because dollars is on that side. Because order matters, and the order has to be the same. Notebooks to dollars. Notebooks to dollars. Right? Now I can match up my 1 and my 12 because they're both dollar values. $1 for 4, $12 for how many, right? And 1 times 12 is 12. So what do we do to 4? Exactly, 4 times 12. And what do you get?
48.
So our answer is 48 what? And then box it neatly so I know what your answer is. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Number 6. I need for Coral to do number 6 on the board. So Coral, number 6, let's do it like this. Oh, no. Number 6 is waiting for you on the board. Go grab a marker and work it out, please.